Decontamination is the job of cleaning up or making harmless chemical agents, such as mustard gas and bluicide. These are liquid chemicals called vesicants or skin blistering agents. They are used in several ways. They can be sprayed by airplanes. They can be scattered by artillery shells. Or they can be spread by landmines. The purpose of these attacks is to cause casualties and slow the advance of our troops. Mustard and bluicide may remain on leaves and grass for days or even weeks at a time. And if they aren't cleaned up at once, they can easily cause many casualties. Every regiment or battalion ordinarily has a small unit especially trained in decontamination. This group works under the supervision of the unit gas officer and his NCOs. As a precaution, each man of the unit has a complete outfit of clothing which has been specially treated to protect him from mustard and bluicide. This allows the men to carry out their work with safety. The clothing is made up of a two-piece suit of cotton underwear and socks, a shirt and a pair of trousers which have been modified for better protection, and shoes and leggings which have also been especially treated to resist mustard and bluicide. In adjusting the hood, the men work in pairs. The hood is buttoned to the back of the shirt and left hanging until the contaminated area is reached. Masks are carried in the usual way. The hands are then covered with protective cotton gloves. Masks and hoods are not put on until the detail is near the gassed area. Complete equipment for the work is carried in a truck or trailer, one unit being provided for each battalion. Equipment and materials are made up of such items as shovels, axes, brooms, buckets, sprays, chlorinated lime, and non-corrosive agent. First, a careful survey is made by the unit gas officer. He wears his mask and protective clothing for the job. He determines whether or not the area can be cleaned up immediately. In some cases, the area may be too large. However, all contaminated areas are marked, and when necessary, detours are indicated on the map. With this information, the officer returns to the leaders of the detail. And after showing them the area which must be decontaminated and explaining how this must be carried out, he orders them to begin at once. At a safe distance from the gassed area, the truck stops to allow the men to put on gas masks and adjust their hoods. Then the men move into the contaminated area. These shell holes and the area around them must be cleaned up before the road can be used by troops. A 75mm shell will contaminate an area of 28 square yards. The 105mm shell will affect an area of 79 square yards. 4.2-inch mortar will contaminate 113 square yards. The 155-millimeter shell will contaminate 177 square yards. Before any work is begun, a sign is posted to warn advancing troops of the danger. It should be placed in a spot where it can easily be seen. This sign gives the type of gas and the date of posting. When all men have checked their masks and clothing, detailed orders are given so that the work can be done quickly and thoroughly. The leader of the detail checks the wind direction and orders the men to work on the upwind side so that dangerous vapors may be avoided as much as possible. Each of these shell holes represents a different problem in decontamination, and they will be handled in a different way. Each man gets the tools he needs to do the job that has been assigned to him. The work is started by cutting away all surrounding brush and overhanging branches, which then must be burned. Kerosene should be used to speed up the burning of green brush and leaves. All burning should be done downwind so that the vapors given off by the heat will not blow on the men at work. In this case, the decontamination material used is chlorinated lime. When there are pools of liquid chemical present, the lime must be mixed with earth. However, if chlorinated lime is not available, earth alone can be used. This will cover the chemical agents, but will not neutralize them as does chlorinated lime. 3 shovels of earth to 2 shovels of lime is about the right mixture. Adding earth like this slows down the chemical action of the lime. If chlorinated lime alone is put on liquid mustard, a violent reaction and flame will result, and heavy, dangerous fumes will be carried downwind. Therefore, in decontaminating any area where there is mustard in liquid form, the chlorinated lime must be mixed with earth. When there are no large pools of liquid agent present, chlorinated lime may be used directly without mixing it with earth. But every precaution should be taken by using long-handled shovels and by remaining upwind. When it can safely be used, this method saves the time of mixing the lime with earth. When the work is finished, a special detector material is used to see that no chemical agents remain. In this case, shavings are chipped from a detector crayon and allowed to fall on the ground. The crayon is orange-red, but rapidly turns blue if mustard or leucide is present. If it retains its original color, as it does here, the area is safe. A detector paper can also be used. This paper is green, but it becomes red if there is mustard or leucide present. After decontamination, the shell hole areas are covered with earth and brush in order to cover all traces of white. This is done so that the areas won't be seen from the air. In an area such as this, which is too large for immediate decontamination, no work will be attempted. However, a warning sign must be posted. Every unit should include several men to act as sentries. The sentry, after being given detailed instructions, is left to warn advancing troops to detour the area.